Hello, guys. How y'all doing?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Hercules Tires Sunbelt Basketball Championship. For our media in the room, please remember to state your name and your media affiliation when asking your questions. For those joining us on Zoom, type your questions into the chat and I'll read those here on site. We're joined now by Troy and head coach Shonda Rigby. Coach, would you give us an opening statement and introduce the two players you have with you?
Sure. So obviously we're, again, really very happy and thrilled to be right here. It was such a tight game. They had such a great game plan. All year, Felmus has been a go-to player for us, and I think they triple teamed her and beat her body down in the first half, quite honestly. And for a while, we kept trying to go to her. Then we had somebody like this come off the bench and show, hey, I'm not losing no matter what. If she's not, if they're going to triple team her, I'm gonna step up. So this is Julia Dunlap, very proud of her performance. Amber Leggett, I don't remember many people getting rebounds at the end of the game other than her. She forced her way in because she knew we needed that. And speaking of rebounds, they were tied at halftime. The rebounds was exactly equal. And we know that in order for us to win, we can't just win a rebounding war. We have to dominate the rebounding war. And I think we did in the second half. And it made a difference in the game. So I guess the main thing I would say about this is I'm proud of our players for their ability to adjust. The coaching staff and Coach Courtney Sims had a great game plan, but she had to adjust it on the fly because their game plan was good as well. And so we're just really proud. I know the magnitude of beating the God, getting a win on the Godfather here in the defensive Godfather of our conference. It's not easy, and I'm thankful, very thankful. So we have Julia Dunlap and Amber Leggett.
Open up now for questions. Lucas.
Coach C pulled me aside at halftime and just kind of reminded me what I'm here to do, what I can do, and how nobody needs to be able to stand in the way of that. And my teammates didn't give up on me, kept looking to me, and the confidence they put in me helped me.
Football.
Coach Paul Chestnut, Fox Sports, very physical game. On the last game, expected to be this physical against them.
Yes, I think that's the best plan they could have had against us, is to be really physical. I think that he's probably watched a lot of film, and that has probably been the best plan in many cases, was to be so physical. Sometimes the referees allow it to be that physical and sometimes they don't, but today they did. And so, I feel good about too, that since we've learned that throughout the season, we know the adjustment to make. Put in a finesse player that can come in and get that done. And we're very fortunate to have players, that we can keep putting in there and dialing till we dial the right number. But yes, we figured it was going to be physical, and we knew that it would be really hard for it to be a really high scoring game like the last one because of the way they play. So, we like to dictate that the score is high, but that's not an easy thing to do. And we kind of said, you know what, we want the score to be high, but what we really want is just to win. Let's keep the main thing.
Good, Patrick.
Coach, very effective here this afternoon, but in the fourth quarter, you guys effectively took her away. I know Amber was on her a good deal. How were you guys able to slow her down in the fourth quarter?
A player like that, first of all, a lot of people can't hold a player like that. And I'm going to take the blame in the first half. Well, first of all, she's a great player. I don't want to take anything away from her, but I thought I should be changing the defenses to keep them on their toes. But when I would change the defense, we would lose her. So finally we said, no, let's just stay in a man and let's put Amber on her. And Amber did not get put on her because she's our best defender. She's not our best defender, but she's our most determined person. She's our most determined person. So we put the most determined person on her, and she did a great job.
Matt McCall, WEAR. Going into today, did you tell your young lady to expect this type of a fight coming into the game? Because they had the perfect game plan, especially in the first half.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So I don't know if you, how many of y'all have been around, but I've been in this battle many times with him. It's been either UALR or Troy in this tournament for the last, 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know, but he's quite a force. Like, people do not realize, like, I'm up just yelling and screaming the whole time, and I feel like I get energy points, like if I ever sit down. But you just look at him, his work, I'm sure, is done at practice and in the film room and that kind of thing. He's a different kind of coach, but nobody can deny the success he's had. I didn't want to harp on it to my team. I have so many new players. I didn't want to harp on what, how he would have things up his sleeve and have his team so prepared to play. The coaching staff knew it. We've been here before. We knew it. So yes, we did expect it.
And another question also, being that you have such a young team, this has to feel, this has to feel like really good going into the championship. You really took it was like a heavyweight fight out.
Yes. Yes. So we just, we're going to have to do everything we can to get our bodies ready to go again, and we will do everything we can, whether it's hydrate or get an ice baths, whatever we have to do. But at the end of the day, I think we all saw out on the court what I've been seeing all year. They will not be denied. Even if their body is hurting, they will not be denied. And I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like it to this extent, but it's like whatever you want to throw at them, they're going to keep going until they get over it. And they've got a goal. And it starts with what started with winning the outright conference championship. And the next step is to win this championship. We want to get in the NCAA tournament, be the first team to ever make a run. The only way we can do it is to win tomorrow. We've got a huge fight on our hands.
And Lucas?
This was for Julia. Last time coach was in there, she just talked about how much rough beat the team. Step up every time.
I've been with Coach Rigby for my 4th, 5th year, and while I've been here, I just been picking up my role and just getting stronger with my role. I just understand my role, and once my number call and I step on the court, I just give it all I got for the minutes I am in, and just be there for my team whenever they need me.
Coach, I don't know how you keep on doing this. But in the conference, it comes forward. What do you tell players how to become?
Thank you. That's a great compliment that you just said right there. But there's no doubt about it. It is my faith. I believe for something I can't see. I tell, anybody that asks me that question, one of my favorite verses is, without faith, it's impossible to please God. So if I coach this team to what I think their ability is, it's not right. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be pushing them to higher things and believing for higher things. So somebody said, there's no way y'all could get, or many people say there's no way, because we went back to back a few years ago, and then we went back to back again last year. This would be a three-peat after a back to back. And the thing is, yes, I believe that they're going to do this. I believe if we can get in the NCAA tournament, I believe there's a Sweet 16, maybe Elite 8, who knows what kind of team. And if one thing I hope I leave with them and teach them is, just always shoot for a bigger goal than anybody else thinks, maybe the ones that everybody laughs at. And then you're onto something, because you got to have faith to do it.
Patrick?
Number of gigantic plays, sounded like being in the middle of the action after limited action.
I wasn't gonna let anything stand in my way today. Yesterday came out very excited. They had a good game plan, but I wasn't gonna let nothing stop me today. Nothing, offense or defense. I was gonna play as many minutes as long as my jersey number was called.
Lucas?
Coach.
It's so special. My high school coach, who I think is the greatest coach I've ever known, Ricky Branch, way back from Franklinton, Louisiana. He usually makes a drive over here if we make it to championship, and I believe he'll be here tomorrow. But as great as he is, and he was a great player, great coach, he's never gotten to play for a championship, never. And so many of my colleagues that are better coaches than me, X's and O's, they get out X's and O's of me all day long. They've never once got to play for a championship, so it is special. Everyone is special. This, if nothing else, ever went our way, even tonight, even what happened today out there, for any coach in anybody's career would be extremely special. That is a great question. I never want to take for granted the moments I'm having with these players right here, because this is what dreams are made of. If you devote your life to coaching, this is what dreams are made of. These players are what you pray for.
Paul?
I got some more questions. How are you feeling right now? Come around this early, got a chance to coach. I just want to, after get your thoughts on things. A lot
especially at the end of the first half, you were down at 11. It was a lot. That's a lot. Is that hurt?
This is the first year that I've been able to look up in the stands and see every one of my friends, family members. And I remember going a little bit into the fourth and I was just like, I'm exhausted. And I just looked at them and they looked like they were ready to play 40 minutes behind me. And I just got a second wind out of nowhere. So that behind me, the coaches, the team behind me, it was amazing. It felt amazing. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me that about Troy fans. It is really special to be at Troy University. We have a hashtag One Troy. It is not just a hashtag. It is how we live. It's how we breathe. You know, Troy basketball coaches were against taking away the double headers. We were the one school, I think there were 2 that voted. We wanted to have double headers because we don't have just men's basketball fans or football fans or baseball fans or women's basketball. We have Troy fans. They are all in for whoever's wearing a Troy jersey on any given day. I think our softball team beat LSU yesterday. I mean, we were as excited about that as we were our win. And so the fans showed up. I went to the ticket booth there at Troy a couple days before coming to the tournament because I just wanted to support, I just wanted to buy some bucks of tickets just to support. And the people in the ticket bought, like, they're selling, coach. Our tickets are selling. We're way ahead of any other school that's selling tickets to the tournament. And then it just kept growing and growing and growing. It helps that our men's team, is still alive and doing well. And we believe that they can push through and get to the championship as well and win the championship. But again, so many people ask me, why have you been at Troy so long? Why are you still there? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of great places out there, but that hashtag One Troy, it's hard to beat.
Any final questions? Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, y'all. Let's go.